So we are going to start this video early because I'm on the treadmill today, chilling. It's a little overcast today, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this video. So let me go ahead and tell you guys something, man. A lot of you brothers in my comment section like to make little comments and stuff about you're more desired, and black women file for divorce. This one brother made this big long comment about how black women file for divorce. Usually, let me explain something to you. Black people, specifically black men in this case, stop trying to do math. Stop trying to understand statistics because you do a terrible job at it. You don't understand statistics. You don't understand how shit works. You just pull numbers out your ass and make them mean what you want, and it just makes you look bad. Because number one, all you gotta do is just look at the statistical data as it pertains to out of wedlock births in the 50s on back, and you'll see that our great grandparents and our grandparents didn't step out to the tune as much as our modern counterparts, us today, as much as we do. That's number one. In fact, from like slavery up, a child had a higher chance of being in a two-parent household during slavery, and after slavery up to like the late 40s up to the 50s. So to just make these statistics up and say, okay, well, these statistics, what's up, man? What's up, bro? Make these statistics up and say, well, yeah, black women are filed for divorce, so that means they don't have any staying power. No, black women today have economics on their side. They're able to, I gotta tie my shoe, man. This shit like it's about to come loose. Black women today statistically have the numbers on their side as far as being able to be able to sustain themselves financially. Because today you got inflation, it's just not the same. So our grandparents, like our grandma was just working at some white lady's house cleaning back in the 40s, then it wasn't too much she could do to change her situation. You see what I'm saying? She was stuck financially with a man who might have stepped out on her or whatever. Or even if he was beating her, doing whatever, wasn't too much she could do back then. And so just to say that, well, the divorce rates are higher now, so that means black women today are different, they're worse. Which I'll even make another case to that. Women follow the men, mostly, when it comes to certain things culturally, right? For example, even in the 1940s and 50s, black men were actually stronger in the church. The church was actually the moral center of the community. And so a man would be shamed if he had children and didn't take care of them. Like literally, shame your ass. I remember people talking like that when I was a kid. Literally, people would talk about men that would have kids that they wouldn't take care of, or outside kids, and you just trying to deny that it's yours. Whereas today, that's normal. So morally, we're not the same. As far as black women being the least desired, which shows that the world knows that black women ain't shit, but they're less desired than we are. Well, let me explain something to you guys. There's this thing called Asians, and the reason that the Asian man is at the bottom is because Asian women date out at the highest rate on record in the world. That's number one. So if you ask any Asian woman, the average Asian woman, she would prefer to date and marry a Caucasoid. This is well documented. We all know this. So let's stop it with the whole idea that, well, we're just more desired because we're better. No, let me tell you who you are, black man. Yet again, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you're at the bottom in every metric, and yet you're desired. Most likely to commit a crime, most likely to go to jail, most likely to drop out of high school, most likely to not know how to read, most likely to die early, most likely to not have insurance, most likely to have out of wedlock children and not take care of them, most likely to, do I need to keep going on and on and on and on and on? At every bad metric, everything that you measure. Let me get off this shit. This shit feels weird. In every bad metric that you measure for the black man, we're leading. And yet you have these brothers in this space that think that the black man is desired and wanted by all the women, and everybody wants us. Everybody wants the black man. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop with these lies about we tell ourselves we're desired more than our women. And what fucking race of men brag on being more desired than their own fucking women? That whole, something like that just doesn't sit right with me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and brag about some shit like that. Only black men will brag about being least desired, being more desired than their women, and brag. They don't want our women like they want us, and that's really kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But other reasons you don't take these things into account, because if I had to ask everybody, who would you rather marry for a husband? The American black man or the Asian that's gonna take care of you, and pretty much probably in the next, let's be honest, probably 50, 60 years is gonna probably be ruling the world, right? Who would you rather procreate with? Who's gonna probably be there and raise their kids? Who's gonna be able to take care of their kids? Now, the black man might give you some good dick, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop with these damn lies we tell about ourselves. And this is usually these brothers that have spent hours and hours listening to videos from certain YouTubers dropping these statistics. And like I said, black people are horrible at math. So this is why you are, not included in the decisions that are the financial decisions about your future, black man, because you can't even get in the room. You don't have the credentials. Most of us don't. We're not, you know what I'm saying? So when the decisions were made 25 years ago in Silicon Valley as to what was going to be going on today, you weren't in the room. So thereby, you're just a spectator. You're just along for the ride because you haven't built shit. And black men, I'm sorry, I get sick of these comments in my comment section from black men that really believe these damn stupid ass statistics that the black man is to be desired more than any other man, and we're just like, niggas, stop smoking the crack, please. It kills your brain cells. You know what I'm saying? You smoke crack, don't you, boy? Like, stop it. Stop telling these lies. No, bro. Nobody's looking at you like you're the most desired, man on the planet, and it's just that our women, nobody wants them, and it's really this and really that. No, the black women are at the bottom, and Asian men are at the bottom, which is why they put Molly on Insecure and shit with an Asian man, right? My thing is, at the end of the day, and black women are the most, they don't date out as much. They tend not to, but that's just because nobody wants them, right? They don't have any options. Nobody wants them. And this is the thing, you guys are happy and proud about the fact that your fucking phenotype is being bred out of existence. You're proud of that shit. Black men are the only race of guys on this planet that are proud and happy to see their great-grandchildren don't look shit like them, look like a fucking white man or white woman. And they'll be happy and proud of that shit and brag about it. And say, look, my children don't look shit like me. My grandchildren don't even look like me, and I'm proud of that shit. That's lame. Not only is it lame, but it's really dysfunctional to listen to black men talk like this and talk all this, we're desired bullshit in this space. You get what I'm saying? That's the truth. Now the brother said, well, yeah, Tommy said he was dysfunctional. Let me explain something to you about Tommy. Because I typed a comment, tried to reply, and YouTube just deleted it instantly. So I said, you know what, I'll go live for a few minutes. But this is my thing. I'm gonna read y'all comments in a second. This is my thing. Guys, if you guys will listen to a man who can't even maintain a relationship with a man as a friend and think that he has valid points and he thinks the way he thinks just because he understands. Like, no, half the shit y'all hear coming out of Tommy is because of his dysfunction. This man has gotten into it with every YouTuber he's come across. Him and Jap was cool. Jap was ready to whoop his ass outside the hotel. Y'all remember that shit? Jap was outside. Y'all remember he got into it? He gets into it with everybody. What's that tell you? So if he gets into it with every individual and human being we've seen him come into contact with, what makes you think he's a guy who has a valid point? He's just proving the point that all his experiences and I'm not saying that he doesn't have some points about his family and what he went through. But what I'm saying is because of that, he's not probably able to maintain a regular relationship with anybody. So how can we sit up here and say that everything coming out of his mouth is valid? Only black men will take a motherfucker valid who you see can't even be cool with a dude, let alone maintain a relationship with a woman. This dude is almost 50, fucking with hood rats. And y'all telling me that he has valid points. Just look who the fuck you listening to. Just think about that. And it just go to show you black men, y'all, a lot of us don't know how to date, for one, because my thing is, if you knew how to date, you would clearly see this dude is not a guy I need to be taking dating advice from, or a guy who I need to be listening to about social commentary, because everything he's shown, from taking money and not spending it right, buying pussy, fucking with prostitutes, basically, that's what he's doing, fucking with prostitutes, doing grimy shit, getting into it with motherfuckers that's tried to be his friend, arguing, disrespecting everybody, loose with the mouth. Who the fuck, like, and this who y'all listen to. It's the same shit in the dating realm. If you can't identify Tommy as dysfunctional and fucked up, and probably ain't a guy I need to trust when it comes. But if Tommy says something that you agree with, you'll sit there. I'm like, this nigga been sitting here for years saying a lot of dysfunctional shit, a lot of crazy shit. The whole stigma about the dark skin shit, he jumped onto that shit early and pushed it. Oh, the dark one, she's gonna be jealous of the light-skinned girl. He did that shit. And we take this guy as gospel. This guy is gospel. And whatever he says is just truth, and everybody else needs to just fall in line, because whatever he says surely is right, and it comes from a place of really trying to help black men and trying to help. Man, a man don't give a fuck about that. He don't. But this is the thing. Listen, all he has to do is come in, put his stuff out, say a few words here and there, and black men will be in lockstep. Yeah, man, you know, he tell me the man, dog, tell me this, tell me. I'm like, man, y'all need to stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we sit up here and listen to the wrong people. That's the thing. Like, in this space, most of the people that we listen to are the most flawed individuals in other areas. Now, I don't know everybody's story, okay? But most of the people we listen to, you can see cracks everywhere. And that's who you listen to. That's who you think. So that just goes to show me, if you can't sift and say, okay, well, this guy's saying this probably because his life experiences have been a certain way, because he's experienced certain things, he's been through certain things. So that's why he's saying this. That's why he's talking like this, right? Then you got this other guy who comes along, he tries to tell you, hey man, maybe he's saying that because that's been his experience, and his experience has been, you know, probably, because you know what I'm saying, we saw that whole argument that happened, the assault or whatever they calling it, whatever, right? That little argument could have been averted. But was it averted? No. Why wasn't it averted? Because of his mouth. Because he wanted to be disrespectful, because he wanted to drag and talk crazy and reckless. And because he chose to do that, because he chose to drag and talk reckless and say all the disrespectful stuff, it went down a certain path. This is typical of a lot of brothers that don't, and you can't identify, like, well, should I be listening to this man about black women? He can't even talk in complete sentences without calling a woman a bitch or disrespect, calling one out their name. Is this a guy who I even should be listening to like that? And taking advice from about the dysfunction of black women, that dysfunction. And then, like I said, these brothers come in my comments dropping statistics about black women, they file for divorce. Yeah, they file for divorce more often than women who was cleaning up twice a week at some white lady's house. She probably couldn't file for divorce. Where was she gonna go? And back then, they was popping out 16 kids. You popping out 9 kids. What the fuck you gonna leave your husband and go with 9 kids in the 1940s? Like this is, what the fuck, man? This is what we talk about. You know, we think, yeah, that just proves they were better. No, them women, if they had a choice, in number one, number two, statistics show us that they wasn't stepping out like that. They stepped out, but black men weren't stepping out that much. You talking about 1 in 5? Probably was out here having kids out of wedlock and shit. And even if they did step out to a tune or higher than that, they weren't leaving because they weren't financially able to leave. It doesn't mean that our grandparents were just better women and they just had better. And another thing, the black men were more in the church, so they were ashamed to do a lot of this shit that they aren't ashamed of today. They aren't, because right now we don't have a moral code or a moral compass for a lot of shit. A lot of men will step out, do whatever, say whatever, lie, cheat, steal. It's not even a big deal anymore. So it's a lot of factors that go into these damn statistics these niggas be dropping. I just let them drop. But the thing is, this is just like I said, this is indicative of why you are along for the ride economically. You riding on the backs of other men. Because we don't know math, we don't know science, we don't understand STEM sciences and shit like that. Because part of understanding math, that's science, what we're talking about, scientifically. You're talking about science, you're talking about numbers. And when you think that black women are worse off just because of one particular subject thing, you guys get that porn person out of there, will you? What's up? You know, when you think that black men are just such desired creatures, and it's like, okay, you delusional as fuck. Well, we're not the least desired. So that just goes to show that, you know, okay, wait a minute. Like I said, which one is the most likely to drop out of high school? Most likely to not be able to read, right? Which one is most likely not to be able to read? Which one is most likely to have the lowest IQ? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go there for a second this morning. Which one is most likely to have the lowest net worth? Which one is most likely to be unemployed? Which one is most likely to have I mean, come on. Start college and not finish it. It's so many different metrics. Well, I can just sit here and say, dude, you at the bottom economically. So that's just one. Well, that doesn't mean they don't want us. Well, then that should tell you that you're not wanted for anything that has to do with marriage. If you are wanted, which I don't believe that shit at all, but let's say you are. You're not wanted for marriage. You're wanted for dick. And you brag about it. Like some shit. I ain't never seen no shit like this. I forget that article. I wish I could find it because I would go live and talk that shit so bad about the article where years ago they asked a bunch of white women in a survey, who would you rather marry, right? By race. Obviously the black man was at the bottom and the white man was at the top, right? Which we expect, right? Then it went to Hispanic. Then it went to Asian. Now, the differences as to why were very interesting. They based it on income, right? And the guy that was at the bottom was obviously the black man who had to make around $250,000 for a white woman to even consider dating and marrying a black man. You had to be a doctor. The cream of the fucking crop of black men is the only reason a white woman, statistically, will want to be with you, right? We just let that sink in, right? We talking 250 or more, right? The Asian had to make right at 170, some 150, 170, something like that. The Hispanic was in the six figures, and then the white man was just a regular $60,000 guy. So some white man that don't even probably have a bachelor's can outperform one of our best and brightest in the white dating market. What's that tell you? You the most desired though, right? Like, we got to stop with these lies and these statistics. Guys, can I get some likes? Thank you. So we have to stop with the lies, stop lying to ourselves, stop telling ourselves we're this, we're that. We got work to do. We have work to do. We need to get out here and start building. We need to get out here and stop bragging about having other people want us. Because if I ain't never seen no shit, I've never seen another race of people brag about being desired by people from other races. Only we'll do that. which speaks to how fucked up we are. Like you can't, there's no way around that shit. It speaks to how fucked up black people are when you'll brag. I'm talking about black women too, fuck that shit. It speaks to how fucked up and dysfunctional we are when black women will sit around and brag about being desired by other races. You should explore your options. And what the fuck you mean? Explore what? The option is to come, look, the easiest person for me to date is a woman that looks like me. We understand each other culturally. The way I speak, the way I talk, the way I laugh, everything I find funny, everything is easier. And you telling me it's easier for me to go date a woman that grew up in a Chinese-speaking house? No, it's easier for me to date a woman be with a woman that came up in a house kind of similar to mine. That's how most cultures in the world are. Indian, Filipino, any ethnic group you name, they pretty much come up, I'm gonna be with the person that usually probably has my same phenotype, that has my same culture, same heritage, same lineage, right? We understand each other. Well, I can't get what I want. And the world knows because you sat and listened to some, 4'2", dry dick ass dude out here telling you that statistics say, right? And this is the thing, like, and I learned this from Thomas Sowell, it's a book called, what's it? Race and Disparities by Thomas Sowell. You might want to check it out. Race and Disparities. Because what we do the same thing these liberals do. What we'll do is we'll see a disparity and then bring our reason why. We come to the statistics with our reason and want these statistics to justify what we're saying. That's what they do all the time. I don't even listen to fucking videos like that. When I hear a man start dropping them statistics about out of wedlock births or divorce rates, women, they file for divorce. Yeah, they do. What does that mean? That just shows they're not good women. They don't have the staying power that our grandparents had. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? That's just all that is. That the women don't have the staying power that our grandparents had. Is that the only reason they file for divorce? Huh? They don't file for divorce because they're probably economically able to sustain themselves a lot easier than our grandparents were. Because, your grandmom cleaned and cooked at some lady's house twice a week. And she made $40 a week, $25 a week part-time, and couldn't even pay rent. And then she had, 10 kids by your granddad, right? Then she had an immune system she could go to, which was the spiritual backbone of the community called the church. And he could probably be shamed, he can get some church discipline. There's a lot of things that you could do when you had a moral center of the community, whereas now you don't have that. So, this is what I mean. In the book, Race and Disparities, Thomas Sowell goes in on all these subjects. He talks about people, you can't just assume that this is why. Now, sometimes you can pretty much, there's no other way of looking at it. But therein, this is why we're underrepresented in science and math, because we don't know how to interpret math and numbers. We suck at this shit. Word problems and shit like that. We suck at it. Common sense would tell you just because somebody files divorce doesn't necessarily mean that they just have low moral character and they're just not good women like our grandparents were. Like, that's what we think. Our granddads were stepping out at the exact same rate we were. Culture and their temptation, sex, everything was the exact same as it is today, as it is back then. And you didn't have, so you had songs called Wet Ass Pussy in the 1960s, right? Stop it. He had a cell phone. He can scroll down and see women with their legs spread every 5 seconds. He had music and sex thrown in his face 24 hours a day like we do, right? They didn't even face the same level of temptation, they didn't. But these are just a few of the things that I get tired of that shit. So, but like I said, we're not, as black men, able to discern. And I'm starting to really come to the realization, black men don't know how to date, just like black women don't. Nobody knows how to date. Really, truth be told, nobody does. When you see these women in this space, like anybody with a brain can listen to Chrissy, and they can listen to, what's the girl name? Cynthia G, and say, clearly, you used to be on this woke, both of them was on that hotep shit, remember? They were both hotepers. They were both all, about the black community, and then they switched. What happened? What happened? If Cynthia G was linked to Robert Perkins, I mean, whose fault is that? I'm not even trying to shit on Robert. I don't know nothing about that dude. But if Robert Perkins is anything like they say he was, then whose fault is that for fucking with a nigga with 30 kids? Or however many kids he got. You know what I'm saying? All out of wedlock. Right? Whose fault is that for fucking with a dude that, Shannon B, you trolling, as usual, right? But whose fault is that? For fucking with a dude, it was her fault, right? And whose fault is it for Tommy? Like, look at Tommy. Tommy, all these videos, all this stuff, you're supposed to know better. Historically, he was supposed to know better, but he didn't. Why are you flying ratchet, low-class hookers to your house trying to fuck? Even if you use a rubber, why would you do that shit? Like, just, come on, just work with me a second. Who, in their white minds, would fuck with a woman like that? Women tired of. She tried to date a pro-black person in her field, YouTube. Well, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Even if, my thing is this, man. It's clear that the thing that's missing is how to discern and how to steer clear of fuckery, right? Any man north of 35 that can't see fucking with a ratchet like that one Tommy was arguing with, trying to get the pussy, is probably gonna end in a bad way. Just truth be told. And honestly, can I be honest? I'm gonna say some real shit. Y'all gonna probably disagree. Y'all gonna say, man, you crazy. I'm gonna say this. You probably could fuck with that woman if you didn't have such a reckless ass mouth. Y'all probably would have got along fine. If you wasn't so crazy with your mouth, with the mouth, the shit that you say to people. And it's not like you, I'm not saying be a simp and afraid to say what you feel. Say what you feel. But some of that shit is like, you dumb bitch, you dumb, like, come on, bro, that shit ain't necessary. Just say what you feel. To disagree, keep it moving. Me, I would have diffused, okay, well, hey, we agree to disagree. It's cool. Well, I'm just saying, I don't like that. Understand, go ahead. What do you not like specifically? Can we dive into specifics? Well, he just started screaming and calling the girl a dumb bitch, which shows a lack of social skills. These are just things that will affect you in the dating market. Guys, when you get out here and you trying to, so you listen to a guy who's shown on exhibit, he doesn't know how to talk to people. Shown he can't even have a relationship with a dude as a friend. I'm not talking about on the homo shit, just as a friend. He can't even be friends with a YouTuber that he probably never sees and he talks to once every couple of months. And you wind up making a video cussing and disrespecting the brother. Now you didn't get, because we came out, he got into it with Kwame Brown. I'm like, damn, this nigga get into it with every fucking body. Like, stop that shit. Like, it's like, and we don't see it. We don't see that. All we see is, you know what? It's just black women are the problem in the community. He says that black women are the problem, right? Failing to realize he himself is a microcosm of the community for a lot of brothers that don't have skills, that don't know how to talk to women, that don't know how to steer clear of ratchets, right? That is a skill that you learn through dating. Now, if you game goofy, which is what I made that video about, if you are game goofy, you don't understand that shit, you're gonna get caught up. You're gonna get stuck into a rat race of bitterness and anger because you done fuck with a woman and she done keyed your car or she slit your tires. Let me tell you something, I had a woman put her hands on me, gone. She hit me in my face, my nose started bleeding. She called her family trying to start some shit, all because she was hurt because she thought I was cheating. You know why she thought I was cheating? Because I had my ringer turned down. You know why I had my ringer turned down? Because she was panicking about some immature shit about an ex that cheated on her. And so she thought, you're cheating on me. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? And I got tired of arguing with her. I said, let me turn my damn ringer down. I'm tired of this shit. I walk in the house, she calls my phone is down. The ringer's on vibrate. She gets mad. Hits me, just haul, I'm sick of this shit. Just hit me in my fucking face. Like I said, oh, fuck no. Because I knew that, I said, I'll be done beat the shit out of this woman. I said, I will whoop her ass. Because she disrespectful. She calling motherfuckers trying to start some street shit. I'll be done killed this woman. I will choke her ass to death with my bare hands. I knew it. Guess what? Blade. Blade. Stop fucking with her. See what I'm saying? I don't fuck with women like that. You know what I'm saying? She poked me on Facebook after, I ignored her ass. I didn't want to have shit to do with her. Because she's disrespectful. And a woman that'll call her family and try to get some shit started. And then when I talked to her one time, she was like, well, I just wanted to teach you a lesson. That's what she told me. Now this is an educated school teacher. Trying to start something, man. I just thought that was out of order. Out of order. But you out here trying to start shit between me and your family. I'm gonna tell you something, they done brought their ass over there. I wasn't finna let them niggas touch me, and you damn sure wasn't finna just shoot my house. It's gonna be a problem, because I didn't do nothing. She hit me, I grabbed her, get the fuck out of my house. She grabbed the broom, swung at me. I don't deal with shit like that. That was in my 30s. You think I'm finna deal with that shit? No, I'm not dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dealing with that shit. That's what I'm saying. And now I'm way too old for that shit now. You think, man, please, you put your hands on me on some shit, it's over. Well, fuck who you are. You slap me in my face, especially the slap, oh no. See, because the rage I felt when she hit me, I could have beat the shit out that girl. I could have closed that door and beat her ass and put her in the hospital. But I didn't. Because first of all, I ain't trying to fuck my life up. But see, that's the thing, like if it's a temptation for me to do that, we don't need to be with each other. Now, guys, if you saw, she looked like Drea Miles. That's how she was built. Built and looks just like she was like Drea Miles. Dark skin, cold, bad. Bad. Chinese looking eyes, that motherfucker was cold. I used to just sit there and stare at her like, good Lord, this girl is amazing. Fucking psychopath. A fucking psychopath. Lunatic, fucking Michael Myers, crazy bitch. No, I ain't want to have nothing to do with her. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is we gotta learn how to sift through that bullshit. And when you see the shit, you get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Now at a certain age, it's certain types of women I'm not fucking with. Because I'm gonna see that shit from the word go. I'm gonna see it, right? I don't think a lot of those YouTubers actually believe what they say. They just do it because controversy sells. Well, yes, she did. She had a dude. I ain't gonna go into that whole situation with her, what she's doing right now. But anyway, I do think they believe it. I think they do believe it. I think if you keep saying something over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and then you got 30, 40 different YouTubers saying the exact same shit in this space, we believe it to be fact and unfathomable that this could be not true. Nobody ever challenges this bullshit. Nobody ever challenges these ideas. Well, you know, women file. I've heard the same fucking videos. Well, you know, black women, they filed for divorce, and yet our grandparents, they didn't file for divorce, which means they were better, and they were better women back then. They had more morals, and they understood the importance of the family. Y'all niggas wasn't out here fucking like y'all do. It was way more, it was fucking back then, get it twisted. But men didn't step out as much back then. They didn't. You know why? Didn't have as much temptation. You didn't have a group of people called the small hats that targeted the family and tried to destroy the family, took over the porn industry and pushed that shit to you. Take in mind, porn is an addiction. A lot of brothers are addicted to pornography right now. They don't even know it. They watch that shit every day, jacking off 7 days a week. They out here watching that shit. They out here. I know women, this one girl my homeboy was talking to, bad, cold, thick, beautiful, like light brown eyes, real, and niggas was going crazy over. She had a nigga, I knew the dude she was with. The nigga, she said he would not touch me. All he wants to do is jack off and watch porn all day. This is the type of shit you got going on out here. You know what I'm saying? And it's not stigmatized like being an alcoholic or being a drug addict or something. People get into those subjects and say, no, man, that's not good. Pornography is not necessarily demonized as much. In fact, it's encouraged in a lot of spaces, especially on YouTube. It's encouraged. You know, this one dude, shout out to G Dizzle. G Dizzle say some guys was on the panel. Let me just show you how fucked up we are today as black men. So this guy was on the panel. One guy was like, well, yeah, I'm gonna go to South America. I'm gonna do this and do that. And if I go down there and I get a baby with a chick and she get on my nerves, they don't have the same laws Man, I just packed my shit up and leave. And everybody applauded this brother in the comment section and was like, yeah, man, that's some real shit there. You could just leave. You ain't got to deal with that shit in a foreign country. You could just leave. Need I say, just bitch ass niggas, man. I'm just sorry. It's no other way around. Only a bitch ass nigga would have a child who loves him dearly and calls you daddy and just say, fuck it, I'm finna leave. I ain't got shit to do with you. Fuck you and your mama. I'm gone. Going back to America. Fuck y'all. This is what these niggas is on. And you got niggas saying this shit on a panel discussion and nobody called them, nobody checked them. Bitch ass, I'm sorry, y'all niggas is bitches. We not the same, fuck it. Y'all know you say, oh, you got this elitist like you better than us attitude. When you say some dysfunctional evil shit, yeah, I am better than you. Because I would never do no shit like that. I never leave that little boy upstairs, never. You know what I'm saying? So you just saying you just gonna up and leave your child? And you don't see something wrong with that? My heart, it'll break my heart. No way in hell I could do that. No way, because I would imagine he fall and call my name or something happened to him and where's daddy? And I'm gone. No fucking way. No fucking way. Only way that happen, I'm dead. That's the only way that's gonna happen. Daddy gone, daddy locked up or dead. Only reason I'm gonna do that. Other than that, I'm not leaving my boy. But you got dudes in these spaces talking about leaving their seed, their offspring. Because it's all about the nut. It's all about the adventure of fucking as many hoes as you can. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. In the 1940s, they would shame your ass for some shit like that. You would not have gotten away with that shit. In the 1940s, when the church was the moral center of the community, whether or not you were a Christian or not, people lived by a certain code. Nowhere in the world would a man say some shit like that in a barber shop in the 1940s. Man, somebody would have, man, come on, bro. You for real? They thought different. Lord knows I know. That's how my granddad was. He wasn't with that shit. My dad wasn't with that shit. He wasn't with it. Let me have had a child and left him. Man, my dad would have went off on my ass. Son, you got a child? Is that your child? Just the way he asked me, I know he about to go off. As soon as he asked me, son, when he say son, I know, oh Lord, is that your child? So you telling me you left your child? You have a child and you left him? Get your ass, get your ass. We going over there now. We going right over there. He walking in there, look, we're sorry. He was so scared. He gonna be speaking for me. That's how my dad was. You sit your ass there, don't you say shit. I got it. That's how my dad was. So I mean, I'm at a point where I really think when people give up on the community, they're really giving up on our ass, on black men. They're not giving up. Women are women, bro. Women acquiesce to power, right? It's the leadership or lack thereof of us as men. When I hear shit like that, when you drop statistics saying that women file for divorce more, and you just completely lack understanding of math and culture and history and economics, and just say, okay, in the 1940s, what was the average black woman making? In fact, in the 1940s, it was a service-based economy. In fact, when they came out with Social Security, it's a little history lesson. When they came out with Social Security during the Great Depression, they basically said that you didn't qualify if you were a sharecropper or a house worker, because that was most of black people. And the black cabinet with Bethune, with Mary, whatever her name, she came in there, and Langston Hughes and all them came in there with the black cabinet, and they decided to add us to Social Security. We weren't even on Social Security at first, when it first came out. They excluded black people. Another reason for reparations, right? But that being said, that's what I'm talking about. So historically, that tells you that 80%, 75% of us were working either as sharecroppers or we were how our women were house workers, working little jobs, kind of like that movie The Help. That was very prevalent in the black community. Back then, a lot of us hadn't left through the Great Migration. Well, it had started. It was going on throughout then, but I'm getting saying that was in the middle of it. And so a lot of women were moved. Yeah, they took our taxes. So this is the point I'm trying to make. Like these are little factors that go into why women weren't able to file for divorce. Did they have the money? Did they have, let's keep it a buck, did they have social programs? Did they have Section 8 food stamps, welfare? Well, who overwhelmingly supported these policies? It wasn't just black women, black men. Black men support these policies. It's called the Democrat Party. You support this shit that destroys you, right? That gives your women, if you fuck up and you cheat on her, now she can just say, fuck it, I put that nigga on child support, move, fuck it, I don't need that nigga, bye. So who supported these policies for shit, damn near 100 years? Black men and black women. You know what I'm saying? And I can see, honestly, I could see sisters supporting these policies because it provided them an option. But one thing I can never understand is why black men support the Democrat Party. You have nothing. They don't even have you on their websites. They'll mention police brutality and, bitch, you ain't dealing with me talking about no police brutality. They ain't got shit to do with me. You're not helping me. You're not helping sub. Police brutality is not my number one issue. I don't face police brutality. That's not something I'm even worried about, right? I'm not worried about police brutality or prison reform. Man, I got locked up for tickets. I ain't probably spent the whole day in prison my whole life, ever. I got locked up a couple hours here and there for tickets. That's it. Why the fuck I need prison reform? You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I just don't feel like black people, black men really have thought critically of this shit, hadn't really thought, okay, what critical thinking, taking all evidence in, weighing things out, and making an informed, educated decision. We don't do that. We don't do that at all. What we do is we make decisions based on really emotion. It's just the truth. That's why I've been on the brothers harder lately than anything, because there's a lot of this shit with this Kevin Samuel shit that happened with Nikki, and then these comments I'm just getting hit with, I'm just responding to a lot of comments. I don't even get a chance to go at the sisters, because I see some shit I want to talk about with them, but shit, every time I turn around, I wake up, it's a crazy ass comment in my comments, which gives me content, which you got those people to think in the comments that make these crazy ass, backwards ass comments about how black men are the cream of the fucking crop, and you're not. You're a fucking joke. You are a fucking joke. What metrics are you brothers looking at? I think from a woman's perspective, I would not pick government assistance if I have a man who handles business. Well, yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, right? He handles business, he take care of it, or you would probably pick it if he handles business, but he whooping your ass and cheating on you. That might be another reason why you'll leave his ass. But whose fault is that? It's your fault. This is how we think. It's your fault. That shit is a complex subject. Filing for divorce is a complex subject. It is. It is. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is just what I believe. Women from the time they were little girls have been taught they're gonna be princesses and they're gonna marry Prince Charming, right? They're gonna marry the man of their dreams. He's gonna carry them off on a horse, white horse or some shit. And then they get married, they got their Prince Charming, and then they find out it's a fucking nightmare in certain instances. And when they do, when they find out it's a nightmare, they leave. A lot of them do. They're not gonna stay around through this shit. That's just, women aren't gonna just stay around and tolerate a lot of the fucking that I see happening in these communities. And niggas just think that that's what's right for a woman. She gotta stay around. She wrong if she leave. She left me. Well, what did you do? I mean, I got 2 kids on her, man, out of wedlock, but shit, man. She ain't like my grandmama. She stayed around. Now, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, man, I gave her herpes, but shit, man, she's supposed to stay. Damn. Yeah, man, you know, this bitch gave me herpes. This prostitute I was fucking with, man. This bitch I got on OnlyFans. That bitch, yeah, she was at the mall. This bitch jumped on her. She didn't even know who she was. She walking, the bitch just stole on her. My side chick. But shit, man, she filed for divorce. Like, what the fuck? What's she supposed to do? Damn. Another thing, these women ain't popping out 16 kids like our grandmamas did, so shit. They got choices. Well, shit, we got 1 kid, 2? Shit, we'll be all right. I can make it. I get a little 2-bedroom house, apartment. Shit, get me a job, get me a little Section 8, get me a little food stamps, get me a welfare. Shit, I'd be all right. Put this nigga on child support for these 2 kids. I'll be good. That's what's going on right now. So yeah, they're gonna file for divorce. Why stay with you? Why stay with a man that's doing shit like that? You know what I'm saying? And as far as, like I said, we're the most desired on earth. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Or not even more. I hadn't heard that one in a while. I've heard we're more desired than black women. Let me explain something to you. You're not more desired than black women. Asian women date out at a higher clip than anybody on the planet. So obviously the numbers are skewed. But if we just really had to take surveys of all the women around the world, the African American men outside of his being American, if we just left and we weren't American anymore, do you think you'd be as desired as you are? You wouldn't even be that fucking desired as you think you are. Every American man is desired all over the planet. But let me tell you something, as a man who done lived overseas and seen how white boys get treated versus black boys. Go overseas, go live in one of these foreign Latin countries or some shit, and watch how they treat them white boys. It's a difference. It's a difference. They instantly assume he has more money than you. They instantly assume he's smarter than you. This is just basic shit. And brothers know this. They know this. The whole world does. Why? Because they see the scoreboard. They see what's happening. They see us up here begging for, please stop killing us. Please. Please give us money. Please help us. Like they see us as weak, bro. We fucking jokes. Just telling the fucking truth. So yeah, I got a very low view of black men. I do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just having I'm psychoanalyzing myself. I got myself on the couch. I'm just psychoanalyzing myself. Yeah, a lot of us are fucking pieces of shit losers. A lot of us are. In every metric, 1 in 3 of us are either underemployed or unemployed. 1 in 3. So for every 3 men you see, 1 of them are fucked up financially. Guaranteed. And out of the ones that got a decent job, when they say underemployed and they say employed, that means that's like 30,000. We'll probably say regularly employed, gainfully employed. So what's $30,000? 35. That's a nigga that's still living with his mama. Or if he do got an apartment, he in the fucking hood somewhere. Right? Exactly, Keon. Great point. Most fetishized. Exactly. Which I wouldn't want to be that. Because what that means is we have this reputation for having big dicks and knowing how to fuck. That's it. That's our reputation. You got a big dick. And women like to fuck. Period. Every woman likes to fuck. I don't give a fuck where she from. She like to fuck. So that doesn't mean anything though. Well, that means, well, for us it does because all we care about is that. It's not like we care about functioning families and raising kids and shit like that. So for us, they're happy. I mean, listen to it. These dudes will tell you, what are they? I'm a hedonist. Hedonism means that if the hedonist is a group of, I think it's a Greek thing, where they're saying the prime objective in life is pleasure. That's it. And you listen to the content, they'll tell you just that their prime objective is pleasure. Pleasure seeking, busting nuts all day, fucking all day. You know what I'm saying? That's to them, that is the ultimate high, getting some pussy. That's it. That is their end all be all. These brothers are telling you what the fuck it is. They're telling you how they think and how they view the world. This is their worldview. For me, the biggest objective is busting a nut and getting some pussy. For me, there's nothing more. And listen, we know exactly who these YouTubers are that say shit like this. We know who they are. We've all heard the content, right? Exactly, it is demonic because it's being controlled by sex. When you allow sex to control you, that's what it means. These brothers lack self-control. You're controlled by your desire to fuck all day. So you can't, therefore you won't build any wealth. Therefore you won't raise your kids. Because to you, it's all about the pussy you can get. Like the brother just said, I can leave my child. I can have a child and leave them and go focus on leaving. You know, I go overseas, fuck a bitch, get her pregnant. She get on my nerve. I just get in the plane and leave. And you got a panel with all these niggas in the comments and they co-signing that bullshit. Come on, man. Come on. Clearly, there's some morals left to be desired among black men that would even say some shit like that. That you would even utter some shit like that. You gonna leave your seed? I could not imagine. If I had a woman I fucked in 97, and she come up here with some 23, 24-year-old, oh yeah, this is your son. Man, I'll be ready to kill that hoe. I will sue her ass. We got problems. We got problems. I wasn't there to be a dad. I wasn't there to raise my child. We got problems. We got major problems. Major fucking problems when you think like that. But there's a lot of dudes in the comment. Like I said, I saw a video, dude, I ain't see it, G Dizzle was talking about the video. He said all these dudes on the panel was loving it. The people in the comments was loving what he said. I saw another brother. He said I saw this out my own two eyes. This brother moved to the Dominican Republic, worked in a call center making $4 an hour for 3 years to get pussy. And was talking about how he was buying pussy. Every week he would just buy pussy. Now what man that's progressive, that's trying to build, trying to have time, is going to squander his most important asset, which is time, over pussy, chasing pussy? Like, I'm talking about not to the tune, look, we all have been on the chases, man, we all want some, okay? But what I'm saying is chasing it to the tune when you're going to just derail your whole entire life and move to a foreign country where you're dating and marrying, you're not marrying, you're just dating prostitutes every fucking day, buying pussy. Then he said, he said he got so cool with one chick, she would fuck him for free. They would just fuck, they got in a relationship. But he was just happy because he was over there, and he still would be stepping out buying pussy with different chicks. Because that's a big thing. This nigga said this shit in the interview. I'm like, you gonna take me from what I make now to $4? That's a problem. That's a for me. It's okay if you move to the foreign country. Move. If that's what you want to do, move. But if you're talking about going overseas, doing that for sex, that's a lame, man. That's the definition of lame. But some of these dudes, they'll never get close to a woman that looks like anything apart from buying her. But that's what I'm saying. But he's doing that because he has to, because it's so dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? That is a 15-year-old boy. Let me read some of y'all comments. Women divorce men for all kinds of reasons, not just a man doing messed up stuff. I've seen married women cheat on good, well-meaning men. Yeah, I have. What I'm saying is you can't interpret those numbers to say that every time, just because black women file for divorce 7 out of 10 times, that out of every divorce, the black woman filed it 7 times out of 10, that it means that black women, it doesn't say shit. It really doesn't. It doesn't say anything good or bad. It just says they filed for divorce. Now, why? We would have to delve into all these different issues and all these different things and then statistically write out what the reasons are. But if we know specifically, infidelity and finances are usually the first two. Usually. Right? And so to what way? In what way? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Infidelity is usually the biggest one. So women cheat, women file for divorce. Yeah, I agree with that. And that shit wrong too. If you're out here doing a man wrong. Obviously, I'm a man. I got a son. I ain't saying be a sucker. And so let me get something straight, guys. Whenever I make a point and I'm checking or saying something about brothers, don't think that I'm saying that I want you to be a sucker on the other end. Like, just because I disagree with these little stupid, videos that these brothers make, where they're, going after black women and saying that black women are the reason this and black women are the reason that. And I just call them on their bullshit and say, well, brother, I disagree. This is why. Doesn't necessarily mean I want you to go out here and be a sucker and let a woman run circles around you and make her ass out of you. But if you think that, then, I don't believe that. Just letting you guys know. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, but so would a man too. It depends. A man will cheat for lack of affection, communication, and selfishness of the woman, Nika. So it goes both ways. What hit them dead, lifts and back squats today, bro. Oh, okay, you own them. Okay. Well, like I said, man, we wanna come in this space and drag our women and say our women are fucked up, they're dysfunctional, black women this, black women that, and we just fail to realize that the whole elephant in the room that no one's really addressing is the fuckery that you see from a lot of these brothers in this space. when it comes to just their morals. They just lack fucking morals. They don't have no morals. They're not good people. I mean, I hate to say it's no other way around it. You're not a good person. You talking about you gonna fly to a foreign country, fuck a woman, get her pregnant, stay with her. When she get on your nerves, you're just gonna leave your children and just say, fuck it, I'm going to America, and that's good. I don't have to deal with the child support. And I've heard niggas say that shit about these child support laws because they want to fuck a woman, have a child, and give her what the fuck they feel like giving, $20, $30 whenever they feel like it. This type of low class, low moral bullshit. If that's your damn child, your sorry ass need to take care of it. I want what's best for I go broke taking care of my child. I will go broke taking care of my boy. I can't stand sorry ass niggas like that. Yeah, I'm running from child support. What you make? About 50. How much what they hit you for? About $650 a month. You all doing the math. That's about right, bro. No, man, that shit ain't right, man. That's $600. That's a lot of money. I said, bro, hold on. How much it costs to take care of a child, though? Well, shit, she got to pay her half. Yeah, she got an apartment. She feed him every day, 7 days a week. When he's sick, she takes off work. You sit in a check from 2 states away and you bitching. You see him once every few months. You getting off easy, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, you getting off easy. You know what I'm saying? And you think you the fucking hero, right? And when she gets older, I'll tell her, or when my daughter gets older, I'll tell her that, her mother was tripping. And that's why I wasn't around, and that's why I never saw her for 4 years, because her mom didn't like me. Like, okay, good luck with that. And you wonder why our communities are fucked up and in shambles. This is the type of moral shit. And niggas, I'm talking about, these are the educated brothers talking. I'm not talking about we're not talking about no fucking Pookies and Ray Rays. We talking about the educated, IT, the brothers that's making 6 figures talking this shit. I'm dead serious. That's some sorry, trifling shit. Not taking care of your seed. I have no problem taking care of my damn child. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. I have no problem. I'm gonna take care of my boy. I love him. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do for him. Whatever he needs, daddy's gonna get it for him. It's not gonna be up for debate. I'm not gonna sit there and argue. I'm not gonna do what I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make sure he can get whatever he needs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do as a father. I'm gonna make sure he can get what he needs. Food, clothing, shelter, whatever the fuck I gotta pay for. She called me, well, yeah, he need this, he need it. Okay, tell the people his school, I'm paying more than that just for his school. Now, I'm not bragging. That's just real shit. Believe me, I don't want to pay it if I had a choice, but I'm going to pay that because I love my boy. I want him to be smart. I want him to be in a nice, friendly environment, type of school. I don't want him in no regular public school where he got, and you wonder why your kids fail and go to, see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Wonder why when your kids graduate, they failed in the fucking ACT because you sent your damn child to public school because you bitched about paying $250 a month in child support. I've actually know dudes that do that. They'll complain about $250, $300. Man, shit, man, she getting my money. Damn. I'm like, how much you sending? $350? Bro, you barely feed a child for a week off. Think about it. You barely feed a child for like 2 weeks off there. If I had to do the math, about 2 to 3 weeks at the most. That's just food. What about the rest of the shit? Clothes, any type of extracurricular activities. And what if they want to go to a private school? What if you want to send your child? Well, I can't send them to a private school. I can't send them to a school that would get them a better chance in life and put them ahead of the curve and be able to get out here and start doing things and going to different math camps. And you wonder why we can't fucking compete. And we blame all that shit on single moms. I'm going to tell you some real shit about the single mom. This is what I'm going to say. Yeah, we can all see the dysfunction of a child raised by a single mom. We can all see it. We can all see the negatives of children being raised by single moms. It causes a lot of bad things to happen in life, right, for that child. That child's probably not going to be successful in a lot of different areas, right? But what the single mom represents is somebody who gave an effort. That's what she now. This is a fucked up job. I agree, but she represents that person that tried and failed. That's who she represents. What does the father represent? Because we'll make our content. We'll say, well, yeah, man, the dad, he ain't had nothing. He didn't, he wasn't around. But the mom, she didn't. Wait, whoa. Don't just skip over that shit. He wasn't around, right? That's like if we in a car together, I'm the man. I'm the one that knows how to change brakes, fix tires, and do shit. The car breaks down. I leave her sitting in the car and walk away. And then she get up there and put the damn brakes on backwards or tattered, and then they have an accident down the road. And then, well, see, she didn't know what the fuck she doing. She wasn't supposed to be fixing no fucking brakes by her. So that ain't really her job. Right? Shout out to G Dizzle. G Dizzle was like, well, man, my son is older. He's bigger than his mom. A lot of dudes, I remember I got bigger than my mom. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get big, you get a little muscle, you start feeling yourself. A woman that can't raise a son, the woman's not supposed to. It wasn't meant for a woman to raise a child, a son, by herself, especially a child. But a woman raising a boy is like, that's just like me raising a girl, trying to teach her how to fix her hair. Good luck with that. I'm gonna take her I'm gonna take her somewhere. I'm gonna just be spending money every week, and I'm gonna ask the lady to show me how to halfway doctor her hair till she get old enough to kind of mess with it herself. I don't know how to do no hair. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. It's like a lot of us don't really want to put this shit into the proper perspective when it comes to the single mom. The single mom's the person that stayed and tried. That's what she is. She failed, and it's not a good thing under any circumstances to be a single mom. It is a strike against a woman in the dating market. It's bad. I'll agree with all these brothers that make that content. We need to stop the single mom epidemic. It's a problem for the black community. It is. It's problematic. It's causing a lot of issues in our communities with crime and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But each one of those kids have fathers. Every one of them. Who either isn't involved or he's a deadbeat. Even though he's in the house, he's a deadbeat. Either way, that's a problem. And every time that child is like that, I blame the father first before I blame the mother. Because you could have put your foot up that child's ass to keep them from putting their fucking shotgun in my damn window trying to take my car while I'm riding down the street for my hard-earned shit I done worked my ass off for, and you come up and put a gun in my damn window trying to take it because you too lazy and you want to do shit the fast way. It's all about your pleasure, right? It's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's just, it's Pookie and Ray Ray-ism, but it's, the educated Pookie and Ray Ray-ism is, I'm going to fly to a foreign country, fuck a woman, get her pregnant, have a child, up and leave when I feel like it. That's Pookie and Ray Ray shit. Just like, now these are educated brothers talking like this. These are the so-called good black men talking this shit, right? And I just, well, yeah, black women keep their child away from the man, but that ain't even, so how can you be the most involved and yet you keep your child from the way? We always cite that then whenever it's convenient, we'll jump and say, well, we the most involved dads. And statistically, how many percentage of women do that? And another thing, when you say keep a woman, listen, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna tell the truth. Because that's what we're here for. We're here for the truth, right? Good morning. We're here for the truth, right? Good black men talking that shit. Nah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. That the so-called, I bet you if you asked any one of those brothers that were on that panel talking about the guy that agreed and championed this guy who said he was gonna go to a foreign country, if you asked them if they was Pookie and Ray Rays, I bet they all would have said no. Oh, and I bet I know for a fact because I can tell you whose channel it was. I just don't want to start no shit. See what I'm saying? Because G Dizzle told me who channel it was. I know exactly who it was that said it. Not the guy, but I know the channel. But that's the ill thing about it. We sit here and these were not good black men. You are correct. But then that begs to differ. Men that call themselves good are probably more times than not complaining about them. Men that really are good ain't worrying about no fucking women. Ain't sitting on panel discussions for 4 and 5 hours talking about they can't get a woman. Most of them ain't. They're not worried about a woman. That's the easiest thing in the world to do is get a damn woman. I do that shit without even talking. That's easy. You could barely have to talk to do it. Like that's this shit. You can do that shit with a smile and about 5 different words. That's it. Hey, how you doing? Smile. Just be consistent. Good basic shit. You got a woman. These are the things I see a lot of these dudes doing. Complaining. I'm capping heavy. No, D Scott. D Scott, I'm not caping. I'm not caping, brother. A lot of y'all niggas ain't shit, D Scott. That's the bottom line. It just don't nobody tell you. You niggas need to hear this shit. You need to be told that you pieces of shit. You need to. This is the bottom line. You need to be told that you're pieces of shit. I'm not capping. I don't have no reason. I'm not getting any money. I'm not simping. I'm on this bitch. I don't be on no panel discussion simping with a bunch of women. I'm telling you this shit from the way I see it, down the middle. A lot of these niggas that be in this space talking this shit, I sat there and heard these brothers, all of them, talking about leaving their own fucking seed in a foreign country. The only difference was you didn't have the federal government, the white man, to put his foot on your fucking neck and make you take care of your child like you're supposed to. That's some sad shit. That the white man gotta make these niggas take care of their own fucking kids. So I'm sorry, yeah. Can you get that point out of there, somebody? Black women need to choose better. So this is what I'm saying. This is why I said what I said about the video. See what I'm saying? This is why the black man is being dragged like Hector was in the movie Troy by Achilles. Because you don't understand the basics. How the fuck is a girl at 22 years old supposed to know a nigga in 5 years ain't gonna be shit? You want women to see around fucking corners, right? So did Tommy need to choose better? Why the fuck was Tommy flying a bitch? See, we don't talk about that shit. Did Tommy need to choose better? Do you guys need to choose better? You guys chose Kevin Samuels to be your champion. I saw the signs that the nigga was a fucking a clout chaser. I said it. You niggas didn't listen to me. You niggas came in my comment section, called me a simp and a hater and all that shit, and defended Kevin Samuels. This nigga gets on the now he leaving you. Why didn't you niggas choose better? Why y'all chose Kevin Samuels to be your fucking champion? You niggas can't even tell me if he gay. You don't even tell me this nigga done bit some pillows. You can't tell me. But you can't tell me if Kevin Samuels is gay, but a woman's supposed to be able to choose at 19, 20 who's gonna be a good father for her child in 6 years, 7 years. You supposed to know in 7 years this nigga's gonna be sitting on the couch unemployed, not wanting to take care of his kids, playing video games all day. This is the dumb shit that black men keep regurgitating in this space. Low IQ dumb shit. And if your daughter don't know how to choose, that's your fucking father's fault. Did you teach her? Did you teach her how to, was she taught? Where was her dad? Oh, well, it wasn't the dad's fault. The mom wouldn't let him around. You niggas don't want no fucking responsibility. None. No responsibility. See, you see this circular shit? So the daughter needs to choose better. And it's her fault that this nigga lied to her. She's supposed to know that this nigga was gonna lie. Like you guys were supposed to know that Kevin Samuels was gonna clout chase with Nicki Minaj, right? But you didn't. I knew, because I dealt with him and I saw him clout chase with me when I was on that video with Obsidian that time. So I knew he was a bitch ass nigga, right? But now he dumps you niggas, and what are you doing? You're defending him. Kind of like that baby mama that's defending her baby daddy that beat her ass, right? Same shit. Same shit. Same logic. So because the daughter doesn't know how to identify when a nigga's gonna be a piece of shit, it's not the father's fault because he wasn't able to get around. And let me see, y'all the weakest motherfuckers I ever seen in my life. So some woman just decides she ain't gonna see your child and that's just that, huh? Now these are supposed to be the educated good men we talking about too, not just Pookie and Ray Rays, because Pookie and Ray Rays don't want to see their kids, right, automatically. But these educated, well-to-do, successful black men that are flying all over the world and dating foreign women. But a black woman, all she got to do is say she don't want you to see your child. You can't afford a lawyer. You can't do shit, right? You ain't got no options. Or is it not important to your fucking ass? It's not important. Pussy is important. You niggas ain't shit. You deserve whatever the fuck happened to you. That's the bottom line. You deserve the fuckery that you go through. You deserve it. You deserve it, D. Scott. The brothers deserve that shit. They do. You deserve it. All the fuckery and the dry dick shit y'all niggas be on these panels complaining about, you don't deserve no pussy, nigga. You don't. You should be jacking off at home, watching. Go watch your porn, go jack off. Go get your prostitutes. Go do it. No woman with any worth her salt needs to procreate with these sorry, low class having ass niggas. They don't. Because I feel like a lot of y'all niggas that talk, especially these ones that think you got, see, because this is the thing. You think because you got a degree, it means you literally don't see the entitlement coming out of your mouth. I'm a good man. They don't want me. They need to choose better. Which what, you? They supposed to choose you types of niggas that, what, you got a degree? What's she supposed to do? Yeah, I'm gonna marry, nigga, you ain't gonna get married. You telling me you gonna meet a woman, she gonna fuck with you. You talking about an Instagram model, nigga. That's what you just talking about the model bitch. But she ain't fucking with you because she don't value the shit you value. Yeah, that means she's not a good one. No, that's not that. It's not that. She's looking at you like, okay, you got a degree. So does probably 40% of 30% of black men I know got degrees. Well, past the degree, you ain't got shit. I got a job. Okay, what you make? 65, 80, 100. Okay. A good-looking woman past a 6 can get a nigga making money. Now, what else you got? That's it. That's all you got. That's all you got. That's all you got. So now you got this entitled ass energy like you just mad because you didn't get the pussy. That's really what this shit is about. You mad because they not fucking you. That's the bottom line. You mad because you didn't get the pussy. And so you want to come in my comments and say, they not letting us raise our kids. Because you a weak ass nigga. You weak. I don't blame them. Keep your foot on these niggas' necks. Fuck these niggas. Nah, they don't want to be a dad. Tell you something, I go through hell and high water for my son. She gonna catch hell trying to take my son from me, to my not letting me see my boy. She ain't gonna do no shit like that. I ain't worried about it. Because I chose right. Because I chose right. Shit. Y'all niggas chose wrong. Shit, you fuck a woman and well, let me ask you something. Good example. Great example. We sit here and watch Tommy try to fuck a ratchet hoe that's on OnlyFans, showing her pussy for money, right? They get into it. She says he was trying to get the pussy. Now let's follow that logic for a second. You trying to get the pussy. What if she'd gave you the pussy? And what if the condom would have broke? And the bitch got pregnant with your seed? Should Tommy have chose better? It ain't Tommy's fault. See how none of this shit is Tommy's fault. This is how shit happens. None of this is Tommy's fault. What would have happened is he would have made another video talking about how ratchet she is. She going for child support. He don't get to see his kids. And he wants to be a great father, but he can't because he's weak and helpless and he has no options but to just pay her money and you can get no visitation, but you paying all this money, right? Bullshit. And he didn't have to choose better, right? He didn't. What did I say yesterday? Why are you fucking with these ratchets? Why are you messing with these ratchets? Why are you even having children? Why are you fucking with a ratchet hoe? I'm not even, listen. I don't want you at my house. I'm not taking you around me. Listen, we're not gonna meet out in public. I ain't got nothing to do with you. You showing your cooch on the internet? Oh no, I'm through with you. You're not my type. Off the top, me and you ain't. What degrees does Tommy have? Well, see, that's the problem, bro, that you so-called educated lame brothers have. These guys, is that you got a lot of brothers that are blue-collar brothers. So Tommy, just because he don't got a degree, is disqualified from being an educated lame, right? He's not educated lame. Well, shit, you need to talk to Obsidian then, because he doesn't have one either, but I bet you love his shit, don't you? You love his content. You watch his videos, and you agree with damn near everything he says. He's a skilled laborer, right? Skilled labor, right? Now that's the bottom line. So you can't have it both ways. On one phrase, well, he's a good man. Like, what? You can't put every man in that category. If the prerequisite is having a degree, you disqualify a lot of these brothers on these panels, right? And what about the brothers that don't have degrees but got certifications? Or some students that's probably making 120, 130 with a high school diploma. They came as lifting the veil and I trained them. They doing well for themselves. They not educated, they educated, they just don't have a bachelor, they institutionalized white man's degree, right? See what I'm saying? A lot of y'all shit just don't nobody ever challenge your shit. You thought it was, okay. Cert equals educated. Well, not necessarily. So you saying my students ain't educated? Because they went to me, I didn't certify them. They passed my approval, they get a job. Y'all, you've been taught by Johnny Digital. Johnny Digital, I don't know if he, I don't even think he got a degree. That brother's brilliant. He'll run circles around these cats with these degrees. And what is a degree anyway? Let's as an educated brother, I think I have the right. I didn't finish my MBA. I did start, so technically I'm a little educated. Let me say this. What is a degree? It's simply a piece of paper saying that you know how to take tests and pass them. That's all it is. What probably, I think that shouldn't be the hallmark of the EL, shouldn't be his degree. It should be his career, his economic strata. These are different things that kind of, economics should kind of dictate that, because a guy who has I would put Johnny in the same category as a motherfucker with a bachelor's degree that's in IT. He's on the same playing field. For example, you, Carlton, I don't know your situation educationally, but if you graduate, you come out of here, especially if you're in my brother's class, your ass be making 150, 200. You think some guy with a degree is going to be able to look at you and say a motherfucking thing to you about you not reading books equals educated? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Knowledge, right? And the guy that's a Pookie and Ray Ray, and let me be, can I be honest with you? It's a big, vast spectrum when it comes to black men. I don't think you can put us into one category and say this is this and this is that, because I'm not a Pookie and Ray Ray, and I'm not lame, but I am educated. See, brothers like me don't exist though. That's in this space. We don't exist. Brothers that don't call themselves, aren't classified as a lame, but they don't have problems getting women. They believe in, raising their kids and being good fathers and husbands and trying to be, men of honor, trying to really be a man that gives a fuck about his last name. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm the best. I'm not perfect by no stretch. I could be a lot better. But what I'm saying is what does that guy fall? What category does he fall in? Educated what? I don't refer to myself as educated. You ain't never heard me say that. If you hear me say it, it's because I'm talking about it in this context. I don't talk about I don't even think of myself as, I forget I got the damn degree till it comes up. You know what I'm saying? So, well, Pookie would call me a lame. Well, he can call me that. But what someone's calls you doesn't make it a reality. I'm not gonna embrace it. The reason, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad you said that. Who the hell, if a nigga call you gay, you gay? If you play basketball in the hood, and I'm talking about back when I used to play, niggas used to say some crazy shit. Is it true? Is it true? I remember I used to play with this dude named Sam Pete. Sam Pete just got out of jail. Man, we used to play ball, man. That nigga say some real jail shit. I mean, the first time I met Sam Pete, we got into it. He called his little weak ass call. I said, man, that's bullshit, man. You can't get that call, man. Your ass, come on, man. You just trying to, there's a bunch of niggas in the gym. That nigga Sam Pete say, bitch, I'll make you suck my da-da-da. I'm like, what the fuck? I just looked at that nigga. Everybody started laughing. I said, what, nigga? Hey, you out your fucking mind, man. This was, I was in like the 10th grade. I was like, what, nigga? Everybody started laughing. They said, man, that's Sam Pete, man. He been like that, man. He just crazy. I said, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. The intersectionality and feminism shit, there's really a lot of these immigrant lesbians that you see in these spaces, right? That you see talking about that feminism bullshit. Well, he was a prison dude, so he claimed to be straight. Good luck telling that nigga that. You might have had to kill that nigga. So good luck with that one. Can I get some lights, guys? Thank you. But I don't think we really have thought this stuff through. When it comes to the black man and his so-called educated lame argument, it's really a whimsical, weak-ass argument. It really is, to me. It is. I'm lame. I'm not desired in the dating market because I got a degree. That's what that whole educated lame shit means. No one wants me because I'm educated and got a good job. Like, get the fuck out of here. That is an entitlement. No, what you're saying is, I should be wanted because I'm educated. So, because in this space, we overanalyze stuff. We come into these spaces and we overanalyze. Let me see what time it is. Hold on. Okay, we good. We good. Right. So in this space, we overanalyze. We psychoanalyze. We do all these different things. We say all these different things. Yeah, man, you know, she don't want me because I'm educated. She don't want me because I got a degree. She don't want you because it's you. That's what it is, right? Like, she doesn't want you because it's you. Good example. Is Derek Jackson an educated lane? Ooh, I forgot. He don't count. He a jawline nigga. My bad. Derek Jackson's jawline. So we have these definitions, and you got this blind spot. And really, and I'm going to tell you just in a real simple way, you're entitled. You think you're supposed to get pussy because you went to college. That's what you think. You think you're supposed to get the pussy because you went to college. And oops, you don't. And now you're mad, you're bitter because you put 4 years in and you thought you was just going to have a line of women around the corner sucking you off and giving you the ass just because you got a degree. That's what you saw in your mind when you were studying. You know, you studying, writing your book report. I'm not having fun now and the girls don't want me, but it'll all change when I get my job at Lockheed Martin and I'm making 75, then she's gonna want me, right? Y'all funny, man. You know, that's what this shit is, right? He went to Tuskegee, so yeah, I went to Tuskegee, damn it. I'm from Alabama. Roll motherfucking tide. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with us. Gotta get off the country boys now, D-Scott. Gotta get off those country boys. He from Enterprise, I'm from Montgomery. The current attack on Pookie is a recognition of that criminal. Well, see, this is the thing, Bodie. You say that, but there are a million videos countering your argument, saying that Pookie and Ray Ray isn't necessarily a criminal. He can be a reformed criminal, or he can be a guy who has that edge and roughness about him, that swagger. That's what they say. I've seen a million videos saying that exact same thing I just said. So yeah, when you're talking about criminality and the drug dealer, okay. So let me get this straight. So we're talking about 15%, 10 to 15% of black men that meet that category. What about the other 85? You telling me they all dry dick, right? So the other 85 just aren't desired in the dating market. And some of y'all, I've seen that in my comment section. Well, 20% of the men fucking all the women. Yeah, okay. All right. I don't believe that shit. I just don't. I don't believe it. I mean, I don't know. Black men with degrees tend to brag a lot. You know, yeah, and what's up, Great Britain? Let me say this right here. A lot of times the brother with the education thinks he's supposed to get the pussy. He thinks he's supposed to be desired by women. Because he has the degree, I'm a good man. I can employ you and I don't have to sell drugs. I don't have to. He thinks that. And so he doesn't understand how this girl who he's with he won't choose him. It just does not compute in his mind. He's like, why the fuck would she choose this nigga over me? And this is what you hear on these panels. This is what you hear. This is what they say. Why wasn't I chosen? Right? That's what it boils down to. And I've seen that so many times. Me, I'm under the mindset, man, fuck out of here. That ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? The community doesn't like black male chauvinistic behavior. Well, I beg to differ. Look at the rappers. Look at the criminals. Look at the drug dealers. They like them. Maybe it just don't look right on you because you're delusional and you think you something you're not. Maybe that's it. Maybe you think you're an alpha male when you're really a beta ass nigga, and that's why you ain't getting no pussy. You talk all this alpha shit in these panel discussions. I'm an alpha male. I'm desired by women. You talk all that shit, right? And these women, they know right off the top you full of shit. They know. oh, this nigga full of shit. This nigga talking about he an alpha and he asking me all these damn, manosphere questions and shit on a date and shit. He bored the fuck. I mean, I left. I can't have a good conversation with a black woman. How many niggas you hear talk like that? They think they so smart and intelligent that they can't have a good conversation with a black woman, right? And you think that shit ain't gonna make a woman dry? Of course she gonna be dry. She be like, I don't want to have nothing to do with this nigga. This nigga up here talking about all this hypergamy and all these phrases and shit. I don't want to talk about that shit. What else you got to talk about? Niggas ain't got shit to talk about. Statistics and shit. You want to talk about the statistics you heard in a video, right? Educated lames beta, in your opinion. If you lame, wouldn't that imply that you're a beta? Educated men aren't beta. But if you lame, that means you mean socially inept black men that don't know how to talk to women, that are intimidated by a woman's physical appearance. A lot of them scared to talk to fucking women. Yeah, that's beta behavior. That is by definition beta behavior. Being afraid, man, you shouldn't be scared of none of that shit. Hell no. Walk up to her ass, she this fuck up. That's an alpha. I mean, that's what I was told. Alpha doesn't necessarily mean you get every woman you want. But if you lose, tend to be conservative, which is a turn off to black women. I'm conservative, and that's not true, Carlton. Why the fuck are you talking about politics with a woman? Why you up here talking about that shit on a first date? You up here talking about you? Hey, I ain't had that problem. I was a Bush card carrying Republican. I pulled that bitch out and laughed and still got the ass. Like what? That ain't got shit to do with it. What you talking about, Carlton? You funny. You know you my nigga, man. But you funny, dude. Man, they don't like me because I'm conservative. What makes a black man lame? What is the definition of lame? I would have to say social awkwardness, socially inept, unable to carry on conversations, not comfortable in his own skin, afraid to face his fears, scared to walk up to a woman and clearly when she see you coming, she knows you're scared. That's lame. Now, you could do something about it, but when you embrace it, you have a community of people that are enablers that tell you that this is who you are and you should accept the fact that you're just an incel. And yeah, like an incel by definition is a lame, right? So, I mean, that's just what I would say. But a woman, I wouldn't even say not cool, because a woman, Bodie, I've had women call me lame before. I didn't give a fuck. It didn't stop me. I'm like Terminator. I'm a machine, I'm a machine. You ain't stopping me. You ain't stopping nothing here. You feel that way. She don't. She think I'm fly. I'm rocking with her. This is the ultimate discussion. You know what I'm saying? What you say? You play with black women in Atlanta, being conservative. Tell us more. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I dated black women in Atlanta when I was I've been conservative for my whole pretty much life, pretty much. I dated plenty of women in Atlanta. We didn't even talk about that shit, to be honest with you. And when I would tell them, they would, of course, we had that conversation. Oh, that's so weird. How do you? Yeah, I had those conversations. Do you hear me complaining? Being conservative is not a reason for a woman not to fuck with you. If you think a black woman is not gonna fuck with you because you're conservative, then this is what I'm saying. We make up these excuses. She ain't fuck with you because she wasn't gonna fuck with you no way. It didn't make no difference what you was. You could have been Barack Obama's best friend. You would, she wouldn't have cared. She wasn't getting you no pussy. If being a conservative ever stopped a man from getting a woman, I've never seen it. Come on, talking about the same women that say they don't like this and like that and fuck the dude that they say they didn't like. Yeah, okay, good luck with that. I had women, we're getting arguments and all that shit. Next thing you know, we fucking. That's not, no. You listen, and this is what I'm saying about the whole educated lame argument. You come into the conversation already off the top, not understanding how to deal with women. A lot of brothers do. So they get caught up and they start thinking that they know what they're talking about. You come into a situation, I don't give a fuck what you say, this is what's gonna happen. This is what I think it's gonna be. And I'm gonna move towards navigating this situation to what I want out of it. That's how, and honestly, let me stop. That's how a lot of dudes operate in this space with women. They come into it like she could say what she wants. Yeah, that's what she says, what her mouth say. I don't want this. Okay. In your back of your mind, like, okay, I don't like you. Okay, whatever. That's like when you meet a woman and she got a smart mouth. You let that smart mouth stop you from being with her, or dating her, doing, man, she got an attitude. Oh, okay. Another nigga come in there and go straight at her. He ain't scared. He come at her. She gets smart with him. He gets smart back. Next thing you know, they having sex. You like, damn, how he pull that, man? You don't understand. Don't get it. You think it's, brothers think, oh yeah, man, she got a funk ass that. She a bitch, man. She this, she that. Oh, okay. All right. I remember I was at this college in Hansville, Water State Community College, right? This is 95. So everybody was talking about this girl that everybody wanted, right? And so I ain't studying her ass. I thought she was beautiful, but I wasn't finna be like, I'm not finna be chasing. If everybody want her, I'm not kissing your ass, right? So she would get smart and say little stuff whenever dudes say something to her, she'd get smart. So, me and her had a couple of interactions. I was nice to her. She never really had a chance to get smart with me because I never really, she'll crack a joke or somebody crack a joke back or something like that. She would just sit there and look at me and smile. She wouldn't even say nothing, right? So, needless to say, I got with her. Them niggas could not understand how I pulled it off. I, at the time, didn't know how I pulled it off. Now I do, as I'm older. But back then, I didn't know. I just thought she just liked my style, just liked me. Now I understand differently, And this is the dilemma of the educated lane. He usually doesn't know how to get women to get out of their own way to give him a chance. Usually for sex, sometimes for a relationship. Because the educated layman hasn't been true to himself. He hadn't really done the assessment of himself and say, where am I in life? What do I really want? Do I want a wife or do I just want some pussy? And a lot of them don't know. They'll come in the comments and talk that wife shit. These niggas don't want no wife. Because if you 35 years old and you ain't found one good woman that's wifeable, that just tells me you don't know how to date. That's all. You don't know how to date. You don't know how to self women. You don't know how to date. You don't know, because you'll never hear me say I couldn't find a wife type, a woman that would have made a good wife. I had that probably not in elementary. In high school, I probably had about two I know for sure that would have probably, and I was right, because they both married. They both turned out to make good money, they're good women, and they cool. I'm friends with them on Facebook. College, there's tons of them. And what makes me so mad, I met my lady, walked up to her. She got smart with me. When I met her. I walked up to her, she got smart. Right? Did that shit stop me? No. Oh, no, I'm gonna get you. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, all right, whatever. She got smart. Next thing you know, here we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. I like ABL. I think he is pro-black. He just has a black wife too. Let's see. ABL is married to a black woman, a successful black businessman in his profession. He is the epitome of a pro-black. Why is he not? Because he doesn't wear the onk or praise black women. Let's see. Brothers pretend to be liberal to get women. Yeah, they do. You know what I'm saying? I've never hid the fact that I was a conservative, but it's never stopped me from I've never had one woman not talk to me because of my politics, ever. I never had a woman that I got into like a bunch of arguments over politics with. Never. Because that type of woman, I don't fuck with. those bitch type women, we don't even fuck with each other. Those super, I got that, everything's about the Democrats and Democrats good, Republicans bad, they racist. Man, me and her don't even talk. I don't talk to chicks like that. And even if I do, even if I did, because you go to Facebook, some women do posts like that. They get in your face. We ain't talking about no damn politics. I'm looking you in your eyes. I'm talking to you. I'm touching you. What's up? What's up for real? What's up, me and you? What's up? What's happening? She started giggling. I mean, she don't give a fuck about all that shit. That's what niggas don't know. She just say that shit on Facebook. It don't necessarily mean, well, what y'all gonna do when y'all get older and y'all get into marriage and it's election time and then, okay, let me explain something to you. When you financially in a position where you can sustain a marriage and a house and you raising kids and a woman will listen to you. I know you guys don't believe that shit. A woman will listen to your ass. Listen, remember the dude called, the video I played where the guy called up the dating guru, the black guy, and he was just talking about how black men are failures and fuck ups and shit. That white guy, what did he say? He said, I can go to any college campus, find a white liberal, young liberal girl, put her in a nice 5,000 square foot house, give her kids. It's not open. Yeah. Put her in a nice house, do certain things, and she'll still want to be with that, want to be in that house. She's not going to want to be liberal. She's not going to want to be into the politics and the different things like that. She's not. Why did he say that? What made him think that? Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. You take most women, tell them, hey, you ain't got to work. Here's a credit card or here's a debit card. You can go and pull money out the bank. Here's a car. Here's a 5,000 square foot house. You can have your friends over, y'all can and then see if her politics the same. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if she's still on that rah-rah shit. Now you have those rare occasions where that would be the case, but for the most part, yeah. They talk that shit, especially when they pop kids out. And they start thinking about their baby. That shit is instinctive for women. They start thinking different. Okay, you got kids. You want your son in a dress? No. Okay then. So you want your daughter out there getting beat up in a wrestling match with a boy or some shit or slam and beat up by, no. Just instinctive, that mother instinct kicks in. And a lot of women, man, they built for this shit. They built for like they are. They built for it. Women, like my lady with the house, she loved it. We moved. Her instincts kicked in. She said, we need, for this room, we need some more furniture. I need you to get this. So I'm up there buying furniture and shit. And then we, so okay, now this room, this is our son's room, so I want to put this and I want to change this and I want to get, they love that shit. It's part of their DNA. That's who they are. You know what I'm saying? They love it. They love somebody who's gonna take care of shit, get shit to take care of. If you're not gonna take care of shit, and that's on you. I have some information about what I've seen. I'm from New York, and I tell you some real alarming things. Okay, well, New York is pretty liberal, so New York, it ain't no telling what the fuck going on up there. Like that's a place I would never want to raise a child. New York, California. Pretty much the whole state of California, New York, and Chicago. Those are three places that when I was a kid, that was the place to be. No fucking way. Detroit. Escape. See what I'm saying, Dolph Slothlius? You're back, aren't you? You're back for more, huh? How you been, brother? You been okay? You been all right? Dolph Slothlius, Dolph Laziness? You been okay? Darth Laziest, right? Hey, you been okay, brother? All is well? Okay. Okay, how your right hand? I'm good, brother. Fucking with you. I gotta fuck with that name, dog. You know I gotta mess with you, right? So, let's see. What's up, Naima? What's up? Not true. Great Britain. One man get married, then think they don't have to do anything, which causes tension. He stops being intimate. and romantic acceptance. Nice try. Still quick on the draw. Hey, I got to be, bro. Got to be in this space with y'all, man. You think when I go live, I don't know. I know I've been inside of like, what do you call it? Group me chats and stuff where I'll go live and people will post my link. Listen to this, and they don't know I'm in the group, right? So they're in there talking about me. Man, this old sip, I can't stand it. I know. Y'all want to do a call in? You know what? I'm out of town. I'm about to go. We about to hit breakfast, and we about to go take my boy to go play with his cousins, and they're gonna spend some more money. And after that, I'll probably do a call-in show tomorrow night, and y'all just email me sub03639@gmail. I usually don't do this. I don't do panels because it's going to devolve into a bunch of black men complaining about black women. That's what's going to happen. That's what's probably going to happen on this video. But I wouldn't mind having some women that have a female perspective. 2 or 3 sisters come up, and we'll do one brother at a time. Not to gang up, because usually you don't have that. We don't have that type of balance of power. And I'm going to be fair. If the brother make a valid point, I'm going to be fair. Because there are some valid arguments that black men have about sisters, that they need to do better. They do, like, I'm not a fool. Do they need to choose better? Yeah, I do. But how? How do they? Where can women learn how to choose a mate? Where can black men learn how to choose? Clearly, Tommy doesn't know how to choose. So you watching Tommy, you're not learning how to choose watching Tommy or Sidian or even Kevin Samuels. Where do black men go to learn how to choose? Not to learn how to get women to have sex with them, but to learn how to choose which woman to date, which woman to stay the fuck away from. How do you learn that, right? And that's probably going to be the subject of the video. That's probably going to be the subject of the video. So, at the end of the day, where do we learn? Because I think black women don't know how to date, and neither do black men, if we just really keeping it above. Half the men you see saying black women need to choose better have themselves been caught up in baby mama drama, or have themselves been caught up with, having to get in a fight with a girl's brother or some shit over some dumb shit, right? You don't know no better. How do you know, where can you go to get this information? Because this is really the information that is going to, Tommy chose the Latina and sister attacked him. No, he was trying to mess with her too. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. We got to tell the truth, Carlton. Like, if you're not going to tell the truth, brother, you get what I'm saying? Tell the truth. This brother can't even come in this space and be in a, see what I'm saying? Y'all make so many fucking excuses for shit that we clearly see as dysfunction. This brother clearly has no understanding of how to, sustain healthy relationships, heterosexual relationships with women, or just friend relationships with men or women. He cannot, clearly he has no way of knowing how to be a friend or even date anybody, right? So, he done got into it with every guy you see in YouTube, he done had a skirmish with. And you're telling me that situation with that lady he didn't bring that on himself with the way he was talking. You clearly, well, she just attacked him, so she just came in and just jumped on him, or did he call her a dumb bitch for about the last 3 minutes of the video? Did he call her a dumb bitch? You fucking stupid dumb bitch. Did he not do that? And if he did that, won't that kind of change the whole? Exactly. Thank you, Great Britain. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm gonna let Great Britain on the panel, because Carlton, man, you on that crank, bro. Carlton, you on that stuff, man. You on that narcotic, man. What you talking about? You on that narcotic. You need to leave that narcotic alone, man. Sorry about that, guys. I lost my connection for a second. But the Great Britain's telling the truth, man. That's exactly right about Tommy, man. Like, you in these situations, you're getting into these fights, you're getting into these arguments with these women, and you're going down these paths, and then you're getting into fights and arguments with every black man we see, or every black man he's ever been any type of black man that he consistently dealt with wound up ending the same way it did with that woman. Arguing, threats of violence. This is typical. This is what characterizes the life of Tommy, right? So black men, this just shows that you guys, even if you can't look at that situation and see the dysfunction, clearly you can't look at the other situations and see the dysfunction. You can't even look, if you don't think Tommy brought that shit on himself, that just goes to show that you don't know how to date. You think it's the same with women? If he gonna call a woman a dumb bitch and call her stupid and scream at her, what makes you think he has the social skills to handle a relationship with a woman? Clearly he doesn't. Clearly he doesn't. So if he doesn't have the skills, he doesn't know how to date, he doesn't know how to talk to women, then it's gonna go down that path. That's the path it's gonna go down. Of violence, insults, just a bunch of fucked up ratchet bullshit. That's what it turned into. Violence and insults. Getting physical and assaulting people and shit. That's what the fuck it is. That shit doesn't characterize the life of a man that know how to handle his mouth. Your mouth is very, if you can control your mouth and have self-control with what you say to a woman, you can pretty much get whatever the fuck you want most of the time. Because you understand them. You say, okay, she was emotional. She was hurt about what he said because she knew it. That's it. He knew that. Now, don't apologize. If that's what you feel, then that's what you feel. But what you do is just delve into why you feel the way you feel and explain. He couldn't do that. He just started cussing. Right? And so this is what I'm talking about. And we as black men defend this shit. And Tommy, she just attacked Tommy just because she was just, no. Tommy should have shut the hell up. He shouldn't have been up there talking about hitting the damn girl. I mean, why are you trying to sleep with her? So now she automatically called his ass out. Nigga, you capping. Nigga, you was trying to, I'm like, oh, damn, Tommy. She got you, dog. She laid his ass out. And he was embarrassed because he probably felt like she's not attractive, but he trying to get the ass. He trying to get the pussy, so he didn't care. He like, shit, for me, it's more important to get this pussy. So at the time, so you flying this chick, you think you done spent money on her? Like you done flew this chick out, she pulling out receipts, showing where you done slept with me? Come on. She pulled out receipts. She got all the text messages, this nigga in the DM, come on, bro. That's what I'm talking about. And we defended, we don't want to worry about me. It's not that he did it, it's the fact that we're defending it. We're taking up for it just because it's our favorite YouTuber. Kind of like how we do with Kevin Samuels, right? Kevin Samuels has been caught with dudes sleeping in his bed. Kevin Samuels said, so had a Freudian slip, advocate for men that want to be with me, all that crazy stuff he done said. And it was just like, eventually, okay, he's feminine, he got dudes sleeping in his bed. And he had this real weird look when he did it too. It's like, I wouldn't have gave for my cousin and nephew was like, well, yeah, this is my cousin, he over here. I would have said that shit. But, I don't know, bro. But it is what it is. I don't know for sure, so I'm not saying that. This is alleged, right? Don't sue me. But the point I'm trying to make is we have very horrible discernment with the people we listen to on YouTube, right? Like you'll see a guy 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", short, stout, no real muscular definition, clearly a social misfit. And yet, you guys will call this guy a dating guru, a dating coach. And when he says black men need to step out, you really take that shit as gospel, not really thinking, but maybe he's saying this shit because he's 5'7", don't no woman want his ass, so he sees the world so jaded. I don't. I'm educated. I'm from a city that's 75% black. I'm from HBCU. I live in a city that's like called the Black Mecca right now. I don't think like that. That wasn't my experience. What's different about me? Well, you're a jawline. Oh, so these are ways that you guys excuse doing the fucking work. I'm not like the muscular definition, the body that I have right now, all that shit that you see, or even if you might not see shit, you might not think I'm not that big of a guy. I'm not a big guy anyway. But what I'm saying is, whatever you see physically from me, it's just years of working in the gym, doing the fucking work. That's it. I was in the gym. As far as the looks, well, shit, I ain't too much you can do about that. You ugly, you just fucking ugly. But I seen some ugly niggas get the fuck off. I know one dude, ugly as hell. He was a corrections officer. Man, that nigga fucked so many women. You know why? Cause he was built. We used to have these little fashion shows in Montgomery. He would be standing there with his shirt off. Man, them women go crazy over this. Now he ugly though. They would even say it. The women would say he's ugly. He ugly, but that, yeah, he is. So it's just a lack of. It's really just laziness. You don't want to do the work. Interview. Well, he got a body. I don't. Why should I have to do that? Because you tried it and you complaining. So that's why you got to do it. Because you complaining and what you're doing is not working, or it's working for a certain caliber, but not the one that you want. So you have to move up, and in order to move up, you have to have something more appealing. That is dating. Well, I don't have to do this with other cultures. Yeah, because if a girl's been told her whole life to stay away from niggas because they're bad, she's probably gonna want to be with that one guy. You know what I'm saying? That everybody tells them to stay away from. Because that's the taboo thing to do. That's the exciting thing to do. Guys, I don't see what you're saying if you're saying in the comments. I don't know why it's not letting me see it. But, you know. Look, man, I'm heading upstairs, man. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all.